Hello, students. I hope all of you are doing well. It's Tuesday, May 5th. I've come down to the schoolhouse to try to get grades updated. It's easier to work from a desktop as opposed to the Chromebook I've been using. But let me just cut right to the chase. We've got to have grades turned in to the guidance office by this Friday. I'd like to get mine all done as much as possible by the end of the day tomorrow, because then there's a process I have to go through to submit the grades to guidance. They're really pushing us to get the senior grades in, and seniors, I want to make sure I give you all the points that we can get. So, with all that being said, some of you all have got some stuff that you've got to get done, and I want to make sure that I give you credit for those things. So I'm going to send a remind message out later. You'll get this video through a remind message, but I'll send a remind message out later for you to contact me if you're missing anything, or if you've done something since I've marked it that you can change. Again, I've got roughly 60 students who are in all different sorts of places, and it's a challenge for me to know who's done what. I know that you can keep up with what you've done, but for me to try to keep up with that many different students, as well as when stuff was not turned in when it was originally supposed to be turned in, and then I have to go back. That's what causes me an issue. Plus, I make mistakes too. I get in a hurry and I want to make sure I get them in, and when there's many missing ones, I may give you a 0 when I meant to give the person right next to you in the grade book a 0. So I don't want to mess any of you up, and that's what I'm trying to do now. The teacher in me wants to say this, and as a teacher, I've learned a lot through this entire process. Some things have been good to learn. Some things may not have been so good to learn. But also hope that you all have learned something through this process as well. And I hope that you understand, if we ever get into another situation, and I pray that we don't, similar to this one, it may be that we're out of school for a week or two because of bad weather or anything like that may happen. You cannot just ignore messages. I put out Schoology updates a couple times a week. I know there's a lot of assignments that I'm putting in, but remember, most of it's just the stuff that I've checked off, whether or not you actually read the Schoology update or not. And then the other things are the same things I've been telling you about on and on and on and on. So I don't mean to sound like I'm nagging you or I'm fussing at you, but many of you have dug yourself a hole. And now it's creating stress on the back end trying to get all that in for you. And I want to help you, but I'm not going to be up here to Friday to try to get your grade updated when you should really already have this stuff done. Now, you've been told if you had any issues or any problems or you can't, to let me know and let me try to help you. And I've heard from one or two of you on that end, but very few of you have said anything. And so again, I'm not fussing. Oh, I guess I am a little bit. I'm not trying to fuss at you, but I want you to get this done, whatever it is you're going to get done. So I hope to get everything in later this afternoon and over the evening. And then tomorrow morning, I'm going to come back into school again, and I'm going to try to put the finishing touches on anything else that you're working on. So, if you cannot access your grade book, if you don't know online what your grade is or anything, please send me a note, and I'll figure out a way to send it to you. If it's a PDF or what have you, I'll try to send you an email with that attached to it if that'll help you. But otherwise, I cannot say it any better than what I've said it in those Schoology updates and some of these update videos I've shared with you. I've tried to be very clear. Of course, if you don't read and you don't watch and listen, then obviously you're not going to know what to do. And then your grade is suffering. I've tried to be lenient in all those things. So I want you to get the information. If you got an issue, let me know, and I'll do what I can to help you. I don't want any of you to fail, but if you don't do anything, I don't have much of a recourse if you haven't communicated with me. So most everybody can get this through a remind. Most of you have a cell phone. You've indicated to me that you have a way of getting this information. So please, let's talk. Let's communicate if you got a problem. I'll be up here at the schoolhouse working today, and I'll be up here again through at least tomorrow morning and probably early tomorrow afternoon, trying to get everything done. I know Miss Gordy is wanting to get those grades in for us in guidance, so we're trying to do that now. If you've got a situation where you just got a major issue and you don't communicate that you got an issue, there's not much I can do for you. But if I'm working with you and I can communicate that to guidance, then we can go in and see what we can do to get your grade changed later on. But to change a grade, I got to jump through several hoops in order to do it. And so you've got to reach out. I may be reaching out to some of you to see what the deal is if I can get a hold of you. That's the issue. Sometimes I can't get a hold of you. All right, guys, trust me. I care about all of you. I love all of you. And again, I've missed seeing you every day, and I so wish we didn't have to do this mess that we're doing. But it is what it is, so we've got to make the best of it. Listen, y'all take care. Again, take care of your business. And for those of you that have, thank you. Thank you very much. Y'all have a great afternoon.